Hello, everyone. My name is Alyssa. I am working with Dr. Karen Dobkins and Dr. Emma Geller, and together we are comparing the differential learning outcomes between three different modalities of self-explanation, including talking, writing, and thinking. So we are looking into self-explanation because it has been shown in many past studies in the literature to be a useful active learning tool. Active learning is important for converting new information into your own mental models, and it means interacting actively with the information. So that can mean taking tests or converting it into your own original words, which is what self-explanation is. And for the many studies that look into the benefits of self-explanation, only 3 have looked into the effects of the actual modality in which you self-explain something to yourself. And we were curious if beyond just putting something into your own words, if there was an added cognitive benefit in converting something into speech or writing something out, or if it would be all the same to just hold the original words explanation in your head and to not produce anything. And we also wanted to add on top of this past literature, because all of the past literature that looked into the differential learning outcomes of different modalities of self-explanation had very small sample sizes, and they were between subjects as well. So in this study, we were able to get 420 participants after exclusion criteria. Our participants took this online through Qualtrics, and they first had a 30-question pretest when there were 10 questions dedicated to each of the 3 passages that the participants would read in the study. And these passages were chosen specifically because they were known to be commonly misunderstood. So why there are different phases of the moon, whether or not there's gravity in space, and why the seasons change. So after taking the 30-question pretest, then the participants would read a passage, and then they would be asked to self-explain what they just read, either by talking out loud, and in that condition, they would record themselves for 1 to 3 minutes, or writing about it in a text box, or simply thinking, and they would have a timer for 1 to 3 minutes. And so after participating in one of the 3 self-explanation modalities, they would take a post-test that was 10 questions. These post-test questions would be taken from the pretest, but they would only be the questions pertaining to the passage they just read about. And the learning outcome, the dependent variable, which was improvement score, would be the post-test minus their pretest score. So we would take the difference of that, and that would be the improvement score. And this was a within subjects design. So then the participants would read another passage, take another self-explanation modality until they participated in all 3 modalities. After each modality, we also evaluated participant comfort level and engagement level. What we found in the results was that there was no statistically significant difference between improvement scores across modalities. We looked into suppression effect of comfort because we saw that comfort does influence improvement score, and that comfort was different across different modalities. And there was no statistically significant effect after controlling for comfort. However, speaking was higher. We did the same with engagement, because similarly, engagement had a significant effect on improvement score and was different across modalities. And when we controlled for engagement as a covariate, we found that thinking was actually the highest, but still not statistically significant. And when we combined the 2, comfort and engagement, and controlled for them, we still did not find statistically significant results, suggesting that across modalities, self-explanation can be useful, but it's really a person-to-person experience, and that any of these different modalities can still help you and have similar benefits to you. Some future limitations or some future directions of the study that we would like to potentially explore is including a 4th condition that is a control, so a within subjects control condition, and also analyzing the content of what was explained, such as whether or not they included examples or the word count, the time, or if they reread what they wrote. So this is what we found in this particular study, and thank you so much for listening.